Good morning.
Hello.
Good to see you guys. We're together.
Here we are.
Live at 11.
And I'm out of the house.
Yay for you.
I have not been getting out of the house except for to go for a run in the mornings, which I love the air. But Kevin's been working from church.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
here
awesome.
He loves it here. He loves the quiet, open building.
Yes.
Not me.
No children.
It's true.
Occasionally.
No laundry buzzing. Every time that buzzer goes off, I'm like conditioned now, like Pavlov's response.
Go.
Something to do. The laundry buzzer.
Mm-hmm. There's no laundry here, and I'm thankful. Good
All
to see you guys.
Hi.
Welcome to Live at 11 again.
Depending how this goes today, we might be doing this every week, once a week.
Hi, Wendy.
The two of us
together
in sharing a small screen space like we share a small life right now. Anyways.
So what we were going to do today is we thought that we would just have a little bit of a dialogue. And we were going to just kind of ask each other something along the lines of what is God teaching you? Like, what is God teaching you, Molly, in this season that we're in? Because this is obviously such an interesting and unique season, and God has been working, and God has been speaking so powerfully. And so I thought it would be...
You can't bump the table because it shakes it.
So I thought it would be good for us to just kind of talk about, like, what is God speaking to you in this season? Do you want to start by sharing just what you think God's up to in your life?
Yes. Okay. All right. So what am I learning in this season? One of the things that I'm learning is a relational bit for our marriage and for how to get along with the kids and with Kevin in this season. And one of the things that I've been wanting to do a better job with.
Shouldn't it be like super easy to get along with me in this
It's so
season?
easy. It's mostly the kids. But is attuning when Kevin has, like the other day, there was just an issue with one of the kids and it was really frustrating for him. And I totally get it. But I realized that my usual, so we were kind of just talking about it and debriefing, and my usual is to fix it, to kick into logical, reasonable mode and start solving, giving solutions. Well, here's what you could do. Here's what you should have done.
That's my favorite. Here's what you should have done. That's my favorite message.
Really easy to see when you're not in the thick of it. Here's how I see the best way forward and what you should be doing with it. And what I did was I stopped in that moment and I listened to Kevin's feelings and his experience. And what attuning means is it means getting in him with it, getting right into his feelings and his process and the emotions of the moment, and hearing those and understanding those and relating to those, right?
So I have a picture of that.
Yeah, show us.
So just as you were saying that, I almost felt like it was almost like I was like in the middle of a storm, and Molly's just going to keep messing with my hands.
You're shaking.
I was like in the middle of a storm in this tiny little rowboat and like waves crashing in. I was so upset. And it's like Molly got into the boat with me and rowed with me.
Rowing and rowing and rowing.
That's right. But that's pretty cool.
It is. So getting into just going, that must be really frustrating for you. That must be really hard. Like, I know that was just, you were feeling so overwhelmed with the constant kind of having to ask this child to do the same thing over and over again.
Not naming any names.
And so just being able to say, yeah, I see you. I hear you. I hear your frustration, validating that frustration. That would be really frustrating to me too. So how does that feel when someone really does that?
Yeah, no, it was good because I think a lot of it is just feeling, like somebody's on your side, and I felt understood, and like I had a teammate, and it kind of, you helped me shoulder the load a little bit.
Yeah. And it seems to diffuse. I know for me, when you do that with me, it diffuses all of that raw emotion, and it just kind of like diffusing. We're giving you lots of analogies. It just diffuses it for me, and I'm able to then go, oh, maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe I can start now thinking about how do I relate to this person that I just had conflict with. And so that's what I'm learning in this season. How about you? What are you learning in this season? What's God doing with you?
Yeah.
Broad question.
So first of all, thank you for attuning to me.
Yeah.
That was good. That was really good. That helped.
Small win.
Yeah.
Inches. I'm taking inches.
No, it's really good. So, what I have been learning, I've been learning, so many things, to be honest with you guys. But what I've been learning, um, that I wanted to share this morning was probably two things. One is that I've realized that I need to be a champion of my own heart. Like I need to take responsibility for my own heart and to be aware of like what my heart needs in order to have peace, in order to be able to function, much less thrive in the season that we're in. That it's not going to just happen for me. It's not going to just come to me. I actually need to like fight for that. And so, like we talked about at the beginning, I'm a guy that needs to be out of the house. If I get stuck in my house for too long, I start to just go bonkers. And then you need to do a whole lot more attuning.
Rowing.
Right, a lot more rowing. So for me, I'm kind of developing a rhythm of getting out of the house sometime in the morning and getting out of the house in the evening. And one of my favorite things is like taking a drive with you. And even if you won't come for a drive, and even if we're not going out for coffee, I'm still gonna go and run an errand if I have to, or just drive around somewhere just to find peace for myself. I've noticed that I've been getting a lot of life out of just meditating on our front porch. And just again getting out of the house and getting quiet and kind of what I mean, kind of centering and connecting with the Lord. But those things aren't going to be handed to me. Like I have to do them, and I have to work the rest of my stuff around them. And if I don't, it doesn't go very well for me. Do you have any thoughts on that? Because I have one other thing I want to share about that.
Yeah, no, I do think you're being proactive and purposeful. You're, even if it's like better. I have to, by 4:00 I got to get out of the house. I have to get some fresh air. So that's good that you're self-aware.
I think a next level for that is like helping you to do that, but you seem to be doing really, pretty well with it. You're probably better at it than I am. But even helping our kids to kind of craft a life that is sort of like purposeful, because our kids are, they're 20, 19, and 16, and they're not yet, they're still kind of in video game mode.
Yeah.
And so I think they need a little bit of help, kind of thinking about, okay, what would a day feel like, or what would a day look like that feels good to me at the end of the day, And so I'm trying to work that into my own rhythms. I know that you're doing that because I see you doing that, and maybe we can cheer our kids on a little bit of that.
Yeah, just asking them, what would be a win today? What would be a win at the end of the day? You could look back and say, I did this, I feel good about this. So we're asking the kids that question kind of regularly and providing some ideas. Like, honestly, they need some ideas. Would you like to write someone a card? Would today be a good day to write a Devo that you'd like to share with the family next week? Some of those things, just trying to give them ideas.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I think that just having, like, maybe the whole day isn't a win, but having a single win in a day, like one thing that I really wanted to do, or one connection that I really, really wanted to make, sometimes just having that one powerful thing that was most important, that makes the whole day a win.
Yeah. So good to see you guys. We enjoyed doing this together. I did.
Yeah.
So attune to someone today, this weekend, to hear them, be with them with their feelings when they're feeling frustrated or angry or mad or sad. Don't take it personally, and attune.
Hey, do you see Wendy's question? What would a day look like that feels good at the end of the day? What would a day look like for you that feels that you feel good about at the end of the day? So
some of the big things for me is I need to dig into relationally connecting with God and my family. I tend to work. I like work. I like the challenge of work and getting things done. So for me, I need to be purposeful about stopping the busyness and making sure that I have connected with Jesus, that I've taken time to be with him relationally, and that I've connected with my family relationally, that I've sat, that I can sit and just be and be with them. That is, for me, those are my big things that I have to actually lean into. It takes a little more effort because they're so important to me, but sometimes, those important things get crowded out by urgent. So that for me, those are my priorities that I lean into, that I need to say, this will happen. I need to work this into my day. And I'm a planner, I'm a schedule. So I'll write out my day. I'll write in my time with the Lord. I'll write in my time with the family, what we're going to do. I have to set it early in the day.
Okay.
How about you? What's a good day
Yeah.
for you?
So for me, I kind of think of my days as like a pie with slices of the pie, and
With a cup of coffee with the slice of pie?
right. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It has to have coffee for sure.
Mhm.
Um, and and so for me, a lot of it has to do with a balanced day, having done several things that are important to me. Now, the biggest, if there is a, it's not so much like the slices of the pie don't represent time of the day, but importance. And so
Mhm.
for me, the greatest value is having a real connection with you
Mhm.
and having a real connection with my kids. I feel like we're in a unique season where
Yeah.
everybody's at home. This will not last. And so I personally, I want to make the most of this time with my
Mhm.
kids and with you. And so, if I get through a day and have not made a meaningful connection with each one
Mhm.
of you guys, I would consider the day a loss, that I missed it, and I
Mhm.
don't feel good about that. So, having a deep, purposeful connection with you and the kids is probably the biggest piece of it. But then, at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm connecting really well, obviously, with the Lord, and that I'm like growing and connecting with
Mhm.
Him in a way where I'm actually walking away having experienced Him and grown or learned something about Him or myself. Then actually thrive comes after both of those things, to
Mhm.
be honest with you. And
Mhm.
so after that, I want to make sure that usually I have 3 or 4 kind of important things on my list to do for church here. And if I can get through those things, that's, a little bit of work, family,
Yeah.
quiet time, walking for me. My hip is still kind of busted up, but getting out and walking. After doing all of those things, even if I get done with all of those things at like 5 o'clock, I almost feel like, wow, I'm good to go.
Mhm.
Now after this, I can do
Yeah.
whatever.
It's gravy.
Yeah, it's all gravy.
Yes.
I no conspicuously there wasn't anything about cleaning the house in that slice of pie,
Yeah.
so I got to
Yeah.
add a I
Yeah.
got to
Yes.
add a little laundry to that slice.
No, our house magically, I always say it just magically gets cleaned.
Right, it
I don't
does.
know how it gets done, but magic.
Miracle.
Miracle. It's a miracle cleaning.
Yeah.
So that wraps up today. It was fun to be here with you guys and to be here with Kev together. So we're hoping that this happens once a week. It'd be
Mhm.
awesome if it maybe every Friday.
But we are
This
live at
week.
11 every
Whoa,
day
shaky.
of the week, Monday through Friday.
Yes.
As a takeaway, I would encourage you guys. I love that Wendy asked that question. What does a day look like where you feel good about it at the end of
Mhm.
the day? I would ask. I would encourage you guys to ask yourself that same question. What would a day
Yeah.
look like where at the end of it you look back and you feel satisfied, you
Mhm.
feel like you did what you needed to do, you felt like you connected with the Lord and with the people in your life that you wanted to connect
Mhm.
with. What would that day look like? And then just make it happen.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to hand that to you. You've got to make that happen.
It's good. It's good.
All right.
All right. Good to see you guys. Tonight at 8, we have a Zoom community happening just to hang out with the Fireside group. And it's happening at 8. And then Sunday service, 10 a.m., Facebook Live. And
Come as you are.
Yep. Just come. So, yep, we're excited. Jess is going to be leading worship. I'm going to be preaching on something that God's put on my heart in this season that I am so excited to share with you. It's kind of cracked open prayer for me lately. And so I can't wait to share that. And we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys. God bless you.